All right, Sideline Talk Pod, Week 8 preview. Thursday is today or tomorrow, I mean, depending when you're watching this. But Thursday, talking about the Vikings taking on the Chargers. A lot more going on in the NFL other than just that. But how's everybody's Thursday going? What we got going on this Thursday?
Not too much, bro. Just a lot
Yeah,
of. I'm gonna say like a lot of news going around, but just little simple news going
little simple
around.
news, yeah. A lot of basketball going around.
I
hmm
guess you can say that Christian Watson is coming back, expected to
Christian
come back
Watson is coming.
Sunday night versus the Steelers.
Oh, very nice. Very nice,
Um,
yeah.
Ray McLeod signed with the Giants.
Did sign with the
hmm
Giants today. I know I was, I had seen that the Eagles are also just finalized the deal with good old good old Brandon Graham. So now he's back in there.
Yeah, 1 year deal, right?
A 1 year deal,
Yeah.
yeah, 1 year deal. But
hmm
let's talk about this Vikings Chargers game, cause so the Chargers, like, most important thing to keep an eye on out is Chargers are without Hassan Haskins. He is now inactive. So meaning Klami Vidal is going to be the number one running back against a very very sluggish Vikings defensive run game. How do we really feel about that one?
I think the Vikings will bear. They was able to shut down Barkley,
Saquon Barkley, yeah,
and
talked
and
about.
yeah, and they have 10 times the better O line than what the Chargers have.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to be able to stack the box and only allow 3.1 per attempt, and what how many yards he have? Like 40 that game?
44
Sick.
yards.
Yeah, 44 yards. I'm pretty sure with it wouldn't be that much big of a difficult deal with the Chargers offense as far as stopping the run.
Mm-hmm.
If the receivers are healthy, though, I mean, I think the Chargers have a better chance of getting the ball and then through the air than they do on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
For
Personally,
sure.
me.
And let's see.
And I think that I expect the Chargers to win that game, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lost.
Mm-hmm.
But I do expect them to win.
It is Carson Wentz' fourth start of the, well, yeah, I believe,
Yes,
yeah,
it
fourth
is.
start of the season, and it's going to be a pretty rocky one. He only has, I believe, like one win so far this game. But I feel like we should focus more on Justin Herbert, who over the
Mm.
past 5 games has only thrown 6 touchdown passes over the past 5 games. Six
Mm.
touchdown passes to 6 interceptions.
Wow.
That's not
Mm.
that's not
Um,
that's not normal Justin Herbert. That's not normal Justin Herbert play.
No.
and you're right about that. You're
Yeah.
definitely right about that. I'm hoping he cleans it up this game against the Vikings. I'm hoping he has a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Keelan Allen, Johnson,
Lad
Lad
McConkey.
McConkey, like you got the pieces around you. I just
Mm-hmm.
don't see what the issue is. I mean, I know you're missing your two. I don't know if he's still missing Joe Olt, but I know you're missing Rashawn Slater, so which is kind of
Yeah.
on one side. But you just gotta work what you got. I
Yeah.
mean, you
No.
can't really.
Mm.
I'm not gonna say you can't blame it too much on your offensive line because I mean you got somebody there to help you at least
Yeah. No.
hold up
You
the one side.
you do. Yeah. The biggest thing I do want to say is last year he threw 3 interceptions, and the year before that he threw 7. And throughout 8 games, or throughout 7 games, my bad, thrown 6 interceptions, and he's just looked sloppy. Like LA in total has just looked very sloppy. There's no momentum, but also with Minnesota, they don't look like they can push the ball down the field.
Field,
I'm
You
yeah,
can't.
I'm
You
watching them
can't.
like a lot, and they're not pushing the ball down the field with or without JJ McCarthy. Because with other than week 1 when they had JJ McCarthy, they could not push the ball down the field. And
They can't.
the other talking point was, when does Minnesota rip the Band-Aid off of McCarthy and, like, all right, you got to get back out there because
get back,
he
yeah.
looks healthy. Like, I'm hearing stuff around Minnesota that JJ McCarthy's healthy and he's ready to go. So where
They don't
does
trust them.
where does that go exactly? Because they don't
Yeah.
trust him. But the
They
thing
don't
is, I
trust
also
them.
feel like Carson Wentz hasn't done enough.
He
Wentz
hasn't.
Wentz has not done enough.
You threw, bro. You underthrew multiple passes in situations where you had an open pocket. You threw an underpass on a seam route to Addison in a clean pocket, and then got mad because you knew that pass was under. It's like you're playing with hesitation. It's
Mm,
like you. I get that the O line isn't as healthy, but at the same time, it's not like you don't have weapons that you can get the ball to.
mm,
Yeah, I'm saying it's not like they're not putting your receivers in positions to get open. You have two receivers that are very, very dominant,
Right.
especially arguably the number one receiver in the league. How are you not using that? And TJ Hawkinson. Now, TJ Hawkinson, that pass that was supposed to be a catch that I guess wasn't ruled a catch, but from once you look at it, looked like a clear catch. Okay. Besides that, you're not really using your weapons to your strengths, and it's like if you know that you're not good at getting the ball deep, then why don't you get your? It's not like you're not getting the. I don't. You at this point, what is the excuse? You're in a good situation. So
Yeah,
what worse
very.
situation do you? How worse can your situation get?
I I don't think it could get worse. I don't even think coaching is bad because play calls don't look awful. But the one thing Minnesota hasn't been able to really do for the past 3 weeks is run the ball. Because for the
So
past
they're
three
one
games,
dimensional.
Jordan Mason has under 60 rushing yards per game. So
Mm.
running and not even that's 10 plus carries as well. They cannot run the ball. They can't push the ball down the field. So this is, I know we've had some pretty good Thursday night games. I think this might be one of the most boring games to see. Any score predictions? Any score predictions for this Thursday game?
Who's playing Thursday? What's the
it's Vikings and the Chargers.
Like the Chargers.
And their Chargers are at home
Chargers
too.
are at home.
So
Yep.
I'm gonna go on a high end. I'll go 35-28.
35-20.
That
Yeah,
is
Who's
a
on?
on
high
a
end.
high end. On a high end. On a
That's
high end.
definitely a high end.
Because I mean, they could score the ball. I'm not saying Minnesota can't score the ball. They scored 22 points last game, so I mean, 28 points is not bad.
28
Yeah.
points is not bad at all.
And on a low end, I'll probably give it 14-21.
14 to
I say
21.
I say
Not bad.
24-21. Vikings win.
24-21.
24,
Yeah.
21.
Course.
Mm.
And for me, I'll probably give it to on the low end score, I'll give it to the Vikings, but on the high end score, I'll give it to the Chargers.
High end,
I'm not really good with score predictions. I literally just get my predictions based on what I see. So what I'll say is, if the Vikings can, oh, I hate flies. If the Vikings can get a run game going, then they could win because they'll be able to exploit that defense.
Yeah.
If the Chargers can be able to get if if Herbert can be able to be better through the air and actually get his receivers to where they gotta go, and they can be able to get a run game going, I think it'll come down to like a clutch moment in the fourth. And I think the Chargers could come up with that clutch moment. I have a little bit more trust in Herbert than I do in
Carson Wentz,
Wentz. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a little bit more trust in him. And
Well,
they're playing
isn't
at home, so that kind of gives them an advantage too.
the little
Yeah.
Them
advantage.
playing at
That's why I
home.
said that.
Yeah.
Joe
Huh?
Alt? Isn't Joe Alt coming back?
I I wouldn't 100% know. I
Not
do.
this week, no. He's still
I thought he
not
said
this Thursday, no. He's questionable. I mean, if he is questionable, then that'll definitely help him then, if that's the case.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I know they're both not there, so like I mean, what does Herbert really have? But at the same time, like I said, you got to work with what you got. So
he got
Unfortunately.
Regardless though, but Minnesota though they should have Aaron Jones. Well, they had just activated him off of
IR,
IR, so
yes, they
Yeah,
the
did.
he'll
next
be
couple
healthy.
of weeks, I don't know if he'll be healthy tomorrow or today, but he'll actually I don't even think he'll do anything to be honest. But on a separate note, on a separate game, I think that Minnesota is probably gonna win that one, 22 to like 8 or something. I don't know. We'll
You
see.
22
don't
to
think
8
you
is
don't think LA got
crazy.
the potential? Hold on, you don't
22
think
to
LA got the
8.
potential to
22
He
to
score?
ain't got
8,
no
yeah.
fee.
He predicting a blowout.
He ain't got
Whoa,
no
that's
22 to
fee.
8 is not a
crazy.
blowout.
I mean,
That's a
14
blowout
point
for real.
win.
That's a
Nah,
blowout for
22 to
real.
8 is like oh no,
Touchdown.
that's like what 18, 19, that's like 20 points.
All right,
That's like a 20
so
point.
so
That's
so
almost 21.
so here's the thing
Damn,
with
you got
blowouts,
it.
okay? Here's the thing with blowouts. A 22 to 8 game is not a blowout. I'd watch Tom Brady win games midway through the first quarter. That's a blowout. 22 to 8, you still have time in the fourth quarter to come back. That's not a blowout.
But the way you kind of said it is like you mean like they got no potential chance to score. Like
I mean, they'll probably be in the red zone, make a bad call, field goals missed, but I
How
mean,
you
much
don't
Cameron
points they
think
put
Akers,
up on a how much points they put up on the
so? Hold on.
on the Eagles defense?
Minnesota, 22.
Yeah.
22.
They can give you more than 10 points.
Yeah, they get a little more
They
than 10
definitely
points.
give you.
But we'll 100% have to see on that one. On a separate note, heading into Sunday, CJ Stroud has thrown 9 touchdowns to 3 interceptions over the course of his past 5 games, winning 2 of the past 3. How do we feel about the Texans' chances versus the 49ers? Because
49ers probably got a
San
they probably
Francisco,
got a better chance.
they're going on, off and on, and Brock Purdy's status is still up on the window.
Somehow they still winning.
So
That's
they're still
crazy.
winning. Somehow
If
they're
Mac
still
Jones can keep playing at the level he's playing at and not turn the ball over and get the ball to Christian McCaffrey and Kendrick
Yeah.
Bourne and
winning.
with George Kittle coming back next week, I think like Mac Jones literally has the potential to find himself a starting job somewhere. I don't know where that's going to be, but if he
Seattle.
keeps playing at the level,
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Yo, he'd be so. I ain't gonna lie, he'd fuck around. Probably be great
hey,
in Seattle.
I wouldn't be mad at that though. I wouldn't be mad at that, I swear. But he definitely has the potential to find himself a starting job somewhere. I don't know where it's going to be at though, but if he keeps playing the level he's playing at, it's going to be somewhere.
Yeah, no,
Raiders.
Raiders
You
maybe.
said the Raiders? Yeah, the
Probably.
Raiders. Hey, listen,
It's a
the Raiders is
pipeline.
probably the
Yeah.
choice.
Unless they keep him as a backup, and then
Backup,
he's just
yeah,
they pay him a
back,
little bit more
yeah,
because it
for
makes
more.
more sense to keep him as a backup
Definitely.
because you only see him thriving in Kyle Shanahan's system. You've only seen him in two systems, so it's like just because he looks good now doesn't mean, and it's not. I mean, even though he hasn't been playing at his best, but he's been
think we've
working
seen him
with what he has.
I think it's like the third system, the fifth system we've seen him in throughout his
Yeah,
career.
the
It's the
Patriots.
Yeah, his fifth system.
around
But we
there.
talking about like where he's successful. He's only been successful in two systems, right? The system in
His rookie year in New England, he was a
yep.
Pro Bowler, and then this year with San Francisco
Mm-hmm.
So
So I
what he
mean,
played for? What, San Francisco, the
Jaguars.
fucking Jaguars.
Yeah, he did play for him.
Bro, it was pretty.
I mean,
It was pretty lit. I will not lie. That was pretty lit. That was pretty lit in Jacksonville. I will not lie.
I mean, if he's worth the risk, then yeah, I can see the Raiders grabbing him. That's
Yeah,
if the
but
Raiders. That's if the Raiders don't keep Geno. I don't know. It depends on how they feel about that and how they think.
then you also got to
Do
do
you think
that.
they're gonna keep bro? Okay, let's
You
be
do that
for real.
ticket.
Gino's not staying anywhere. I do not think he's.
I
staying.
mean,
You
if you're
know,
gonna pay, if you're willing to pay, you can't get rid of that contract. So you gotta keep him. You can't. That's
Yeah, that
82 million.
3 years. Yeah, 82
You
years.
just gave him an extension on top of what he's already making, which we gave them that they covered. So now you have to pay him damn near 20 million cap.
Yeah.
And if you don't pay him and you release him, you got to pay 50 million dead.
Yep.
And the Raiders, because they're in Vegas, yeah, they're in a big market, but they also paying a lot. They also already don't have 15. They already got 15, 20 mil to work with.
Mhm.
Now, granted, the cap space will go up, but once you release him post June, that cap space is also going to go up for him because you already gave him his guaranteed money. He got like 60 million guaranteed, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's why he sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gave him an extent. You gave him a 2-year extension on top of the extension he already had from Seattle.
Because
He
he
took on that
only had
cap.
1 year deal. He only had 1 year left on his deal.
That's what I'm saying. He had 1 year left on his deal, which was potentially a $20 million cap hit. If we would have re-signed him, that would have helped the cap hit. But now you have to pay him more. And if we had released him within that process, we already got to pay Jamal Adams down near 60 million dead cap because we released him. So now he's making free money. You see what I'm saying? But we can live with that because that's not going to kill us on the back end. We spread it out to where though it won't kill us on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess re-signing him, they messed up. They should have never re-signed that man. Yeah, that man damn near being 50. Y'all tweaking.
Mm-hmm.
Now y'all
It was
gotta
3 years,
deal with
like
that.
82 million or 3 years, 75 million
Yeah,
per
y'all
year.
gotta deal with that. If y'all treated Derek Carr better, y'all wouldn't be in this situation. Or if y'all tanked and just drafted a quarterback in the first round instead of a running back. Jackson Dart was right there. He was right there. He was right there. And a lot of teams are gonna regret it.
It was. No, I mean, Shador Sanders also right there too.
2 quarterbacks that you could have drafted right there, and you decided to focus on the running back position that you could have gotten free agency.
Yeah, that
Or
didn't
made a
make
trade
any
for it,
sense
or
at all.
drafted later in the year. You know how much running back talent
I
is?
understand that move
They
at
had
all.
R.J. Harvey, the man from Washington. Like it's some. Amarion Hampton was available still. He didn't get drafted to the second round. You could have drafted him if he was available. If he fell,
Ollie
y'all
Gordon.
had top picks. Yeah, Ollie Gordon. Like it was y'all could have drafted somebody. Y'all could have drafted somebody.
Yeah. No.
At running back, y'all could have made it work.
Okay. Here's we're about to play probably like one of the most fun game, like one of the most fun game we've ever really played. Who would you rather take right now? If you're the Raiders, okay? Geno Smith or Jarrett Stidham?
Geno Smith, unfortunately.
Geno Smith or Zach Wilson?
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
No,
Oh wow.
Zach Wilson. Yeah, I'll take Zach Wilson. I ain't gonna lie. Because at least with Zach Wilson, he can maneuver out the pocket. He's not throwing in red zone situations. I've never seen Zach Wilson throw a red zone situation. Most of his interceptions just come from deep. He just be throwing that shit. Like he just launch it, and it just so happens to be an interception. But like he don't throw red zone interceptions though. I'll tell you that. He can manage a game okay.
You can manage kind of. You can kind of manage the game. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay. Here's the next one. Geno Smith or Russell Wilson?
No, come on,
Russell.
brother. Come
I ain't gonna
on,
lie,
brother. That was like
I had a
Easily.
feeling you was gonna say that.
that
Russell
was
Wilson,
disrespectful right
100%.
there.
Russell
Yeah.
Wilson, 100%,
The
bro.
second you were like, yeah, he throws the ball deep down the field, I was like, next on the list is Russell Wilson. I don't know what else you want me to
Russell
say.
Wilson, man. Russell Wilson, 100%. I think, and it's crazy because there was actually a rumor going around this week about the Raiders potentially going after calling the Giants about Russell Wilson. I think it was a push for a trade. They was willing to trade like a fifth round for him
I mean,
and then make him a starter
I
and then
could still
keep.
see it happen. We could still see
I
that
can,
happen.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can still see that
This
happen.
is
I
on a
just
very,
don't
very
know.
cheap deal. Very cheap deal in New
Yeah,
York. That could still happen.
I just don't know if he'll thrive because he's been so bad lately.
You know,
But at
you.
the same time, he's been
Mhm.
most of his passes that he's been throwing with the Giants was just all deep shit. Like he was just launching it.
I mean,
So maybe
Yeah.
if he's in a situation where he's forced to throw intermediate passes and short passes and quick passes, maybe he'll thrive a little bit better. But
put him with Trey
um,
Tucker. Bro, Trey Tucker would blow up in fantasy. Like week
he
2, he had
would.
like 40
Yeah.
points, and he was on
He
everybody's
did.
bench. So it's like
Yeah. Yeah,
every
he
week
would.
people be crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I think Trey Tucker's definitely getting traded. Probably not this year, but probably not during the season. But he'll definitely
I
most
think
likely get
Jacoby
traded during
Myers is
offseason.
probably gonna get traded too. I'll keep
No,
it a
see,
buck.
Jacoby Myers actually. So I had my headlines, but I didn't have enough. So one that I had written down was Jacoby Myers was actually like speaking about getting traded, and he simply said, I'm seeking to play somewhere else. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it professional. Like I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep it
Yeah,
professional. Like,
that's what I meant to say. Jacoby Myers. I said Trey Tucker. I'm tripping
bro, Jacoby Myers would not get anything from Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson would not throw it his way.
at all.
Nope.
At
He only
all.
throws it deep.
I
And
wish Jacoby Myers would go to a different squad. I really do. Let this shit come to the Seahawks.
no,
I'll
that's
take
what
him.
it's crazy is they said that too. They
We'll
said the
take him.
potential, yeah, because and that would kind of help on the outside also too. I
His
think.
route running is unbelievable, and he's
Yeah.
outside. Yeah, that'll definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that'll
you could
definitely help
throw
us.
JSN in a slot if you wanted to. You could throw him in like you could move him around and do all this other stuff. So that would definitely have the potential to help out. That's
Yeah,
why I was kind of
and Cooper
hoping.
Cup too.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Cooper Cup.
and it's
Cooper Cup's
crazy you said
actually
that.
been like kind of decent. He's been very untalked about.
He's
And
been exactly what you want him to be.
he's like a bait receiver. You feel me? Like
Oh yeah.
whenever they
Yeah,
want to, whenever they don't want to pass Jason the ball, like they think the ball will go to Jason. No, we're going to Cooper Cup now.
yeah.
He's like a bait receiver almost, kind of.
We've been trying to fit our rookie Torrey Horton to this. Like we be having it be there. He just can't get to it. Like sometimes it be overthrown or he just be double teamed in that situation or
Double
he
team in a
just
situation like the Texans game, that one deep
yeah.
pass. Oh my
He had a
god, that
couple
was
situations in that game where he could have caught like he could have broke out that
yeah,
game like a beam 50 at least. He would have had
like
like a
two
beam 50
tutties,
if he had caught
two
them. Yeah,
tutties
he
just
would have had a
dropped.
beam 50 and two tutties if he caught them 4 passes. But every single pass was thrown to him. The defense was just on his
Right there,
head.
yeah, they were
So
on
it
it
just
because
was
he was
like it was
killing
just
whoever that was. What was it, Lattice? What how you say his name? Lattice here? I don't want to say his name wrong.
Lassiter.
Lassiter,
Lassiter.
yeah,
Yeah,
Lassiter. Yeah,
he
Philip
was cooking
Lassiter.
him down on the field. He was cooking him down on the field.
they was
So
playing some good defense. They
they
was on
was,
him.
and they was too. And I didn't think Stingley was gonna let JSN have this big of a game as much as I thought he did. I didn't think he was gonna let him get that touchdown. I didn't think he was gonna let him get those couple of catches. Like I thought Stingley was gonna be on his ass. Excuse my language, but
I mean, it was when you look at the entire game because he wasn't on. Stingley wasn't on in the entire game.
the entire
But
game,
when
yeah,
you
he
look at
wasn't.
the
He wasn't.
stats between them two, he only allowed two
Like I
catches
think two
for
catches for like 19 yards. I think it said something like that.
no, 2 catches for 45 yards and a tutty.
Oh, 45.
Yeah,
Oh,
so like that's kind of pretty. It was like I
okay.
guess you would call that. Like, I wouldn't say a shutdown because you allowed a touchdown in the red zone,
Touchdown, yeah.
and you were playing him man. You literally let him run past you and get the touchdown within that. Like, and then the safety was right there too. That was crazy. That was a tight window. But you got an interception on him. So I mean, at the same
But that
time,
was Cooper Cup throwing him the ball though. That was
no,
Cooper Cup
not that
throwing
one. I'm talking about
him.
the one by Sam Darnold. That one that caused that fight. That one.
That was
Yeah,
I
that one. Yeah, yeah, that one. That one.
I could have sworn that was Cooper Cup, but
No. Cooper Cup threw the interception. That wasn't the Stingley. Stingley, he threw the interception to somebody else. The
okay, got
Stingley
you.
interception was the one where JSN had ran that inside that double inside route. Like the double inside route is basically a route where you act like you're going in, where you act like you're going out, and then you quick go in. And then you go in, you run. And then Stingley read it because he was a man, and then he just took it. He just, he head stuffed my man head all the way to the back of the tried to push it all the
Yeah.
way to the back of hell, and he just in the fight broke out.
I don't even know, but like that wasn't even no like. It was a little scuffle. I don't even would say it was a scuffle. They just all just tried to crowd him dumb crazy.
Yeah,
Like bro got to tell the pitch
Yeah,
off,
shout out.
but it wasn't even like JSN tried to escalate it. JSN just got, Dammer just got pushed to the bench for it. But
Shout out my man. Shout out the ref. He
Yeah,
protected.
the
No,
ref
definitely shout out
card.
the ref.
He
Definitely
protected
shout
his
out the ref.
asset. Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
had.
bro.
I think that man
He had him.
had a ticket on
He
him.
had
He
him
said,
in his
"Nah, I need some
parlay,
more
bro. He
touches."
had him in his parlay for sure.
He had to, bro. He put him on that parlay. He said, "Yeah, I need some more touches.
Real
I need
shit.
to
He
make
did.
sure my man is protected at all times."
My best.
He pulled that battlefield shit when they be trying to save you. Talking about put my life on the line.
Yeah,
Drag him
bro.
in,
Crazy.
drag him in the house, and then starts.
Yo,
Yo, that was the funniest thing I've seen in football today. Well, all week because that was crazy. But it was definitely a good game though. I was expecting us to make mistakes, bro. They had the fact that they that offense though, that defense. Oh my god, that defense is different. The Texans defense, that
Their
defense
front
is
line,
different, yo.
their front line is different. I
That
like their front
that
line.
defense is a problem. If only the offense can make up for those defensive turnovers, man. That they gave us some issues.
You know,
Yeah, like we weren't able to get the ball off. I mean, not the ball off. We weren't able to get the run game going as good. I
Yeah,
know Ken Walker had like 60 yards, but like
hey, Charbonnet
he didn't
still,
have the day like I wanted him to have. Like,
hey,
yeah.
Charbonnet still had 2 touchdowns. So you know,
yes, he did.
I mean, they found a way around it. But like offensively for Houston though, it's pretty bad because passing, they're 23rd in the league. Points per
Hmm.
game, they're 21st. Yards per
Hmm.
game, they're 23rd. The only like positive they have is in the defense and everything else. Like, cause everything in the defense is top 10th in passing, or yeah, number 4 in total yards, number 10th in rushing, number 5th in passing, and first in points, and they're 2-4.
Yeah, I think they allowed like, the least amount of points. And it's crazy is
14.7 points per game
they let us score more points than they let
Defensively or
anybody else
offensively?
score all season.
allowed defensively.
How
yeah,
many points
defense.
did they average offensively?
Well, and that's the reason why that was because of because like I said, they allow us to
His
score the
face.
most
They
points.
have
His
88
face.
total offensive points.
How many?
88 through 7 games.
They only
88
average like
points.
they only
11
average
points per
like 20
game.
points per game.
Around 11. Yeah, not even 20 points per game. It's like
That's like
11
11
point
points a game.
11. No, it's like 12. It's like a little bit over 12 points per game. Yeah, it's like 12 points per game.
That's
12
crazy.
point
12
like
points a game.
12.2 points per game, and it's bad. It's really
And
That's
you
bad.
said the defense
crazy.
too. They allow our offense to score the most points they allowed all season, which was
That's
27.
crazy. So that means how many points they put up against Seattle again? Like 20? I think.
Well,
No,
19, I think I
19.
thought it was.
19,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
19 was the most points they scored all season.
Yep.
And that's because we was tired.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That is
And
horrible.
they allowed the most points all season by our team too,
Yep.
That is
which was 27.
horrible.
That's the most they allowed.
That is. It's pretty
Wow.
bad. It's really bad, and I don't I don't get it. I really don't. And you can't go point fingers at C.J. Stroud because like at the end of the day, yeah, sure, you know, you're 21st in the league, allowing like 20 points per game, cool, but it's not all on him. Because if you watch these games, he's not, you know, making dumb reads. He's not making dumb plays. He's not making dumb, well, except for the first drive. No, when that's almost safety, that was kind of like, all right, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was a safety. That was a safety.
That was
It was,
definitely
yeah,
safety,
didn't
bro.
call
That
it
was
though.
crazy.
It
That's
was.
That
It
was
was.
crazy.
That
How
was
do you
crazy.
how do you
The
get
ball crosses
forward
the
pro
pylon, and
bro,
he
how do you
takes
get
a knee.
forward progress for running 5 yards back?
No, he ran 10 yards back.
That's even worse.
Oh,
I'm 5 yards
like I
off. Like
don't.
that's crazy.
And
When
then
I
like
seen
that,
that, I
the
said
ball
that's
was
not a
across the
flag. That's not a
pylon,
call.
and he takes a
Yeah.
knee in the end zone with the ball in the same hand he took a knee with. It don't make no sense.
I don't know. I
That's
really
like that's
don't know.
like me trying to score a touchdown and my knee hit the. That's like me trying to score a touchdown and my knee hit the end zone, but the ball is outside the end zone. Is that not
Out
a,
the end
that's still a
zone,
touchdown?
yeah.
Like
No,
Yeah.
that's not a touchdown.
actually,
The
no,
ball,
that's not a
the
touchdown.
ball
That's
has
the
crossed the
crazy part.
pylon. The ball has
The
crossed the
ball
Yeah,
across
the
the
pylon.
ball
That's
is
pylon.
not a
yeah,
touchdown.
that's
The
crazy.
ball crossed the pylon, and it was in the
That's
same
The
hand he
ball
took a
did
knee
not
crazy.
in.
cross the pylon. The ball
Like
crossed the
That's
what,
pylon
crazy.
before the knee hit the ground. That was the worst part about it. And because I didn't watch the
bro?
game because it was pretty late out here. I had a lot going on, so I was like, I don't watch it. But I saw that play and I was like, his knee's right there. I don't know what the hell these refs are thinking.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, bro.
It
It
was
was
a
crazy.
It was definitely a crazy game. It was a good game though. It's definitely a hell of a
Yeah,
good game, but it was crazy.
definitely,
it
definitely.
was pretty
JSN is
sad.
on
But
his year.
I do want to talk about C.J. Stroud's draft mate, his good old buddy Bryce Young over in Carolina. Okay, so Bryce Young has won 3 or 4 games. Okay, 4 out of 3 games so far this year. 3-1 in his past 4 games. Biggest comparison, he only has 2 interceptions over the past 5 games compared to seven touchdown passes to 2 interceptions, and having a completion percentage over 60% per game. Are we really gonna like look back at this one now? Where's the debate going out to right now? Where the
It's
comparison?
kind of looking
How are we
like
feeling?
I think that
kind
the
of looking like
situation is
Bryce
reversing
Young is.
itself.
Yeah, it's like kind of
Bryce
looking like
Young's
Bryce
getting
Young is
better.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
And but at the
even
same
Stroud
time,
is
I
not.
don't want to say Stroud's getting worse. Statistically, he's getting worse, but like
I don't
realistically in the
want to
game,
say
because statistics,
yeah.
what you see on paper and what you see in the game happens in the game is different. Like I could put up 330. I can break the record for 7 touchdowns, but how did I get those 7 touchdowns? Right?
Touchdowns. Were they in
I
garbage
can.
time or were
Yeah,
they?
that's what I'm saying. Was it in garbage time and I was just scoring just to be scoring, or did I
Yeah.
actually like look? I was just blowing teams out by like 50. So and the O line is horrible. He can't do nothing behind that O line. They
Nope.
like,
Pretty
oh
bad.
well, you can't just blame it on him. As CJ Stroud's not progressing, bro. Look at the O line. What you expect him? You can't do nothing behind that O line. And we didn't see
Nothing.
some elite QBs do a lot behind bad O lines, but that O line isn't just bad. They're undisciplined.
Hmm.
An
Facts.
undisciplined bad O line is a bad offense in so many ways.
Hmm.
So it's like, what can you do?
Yeah, no,
Except,
there's
Can't do
not
much.
there's not a lot you could do. The one thing about Bryce Young is he hasn't thrown for 200 yards so far this season. My bad, this season he has not had a game where he's thrown for over 200 yards, and Stroud's
Mhm.
already done that a handful of times.
Exactly.
Actually, every game. My bad, every game.
Even
So
against us, he threw that. He threw 200 plus yards.
yeah, so every game he's put up over 200 yards. But I guess we could just branch off into another game with Buffalo heading into Carolina. Carolina's been undefeated 3-0 at home this year, and Buffalo's been playing pretty bad lately. Do we see another upset right here, or is this gonna be a pretty disappointing game?
Buffalo's due for a win. So
Yeah.
I think coming into the bye week, they're well rested. They
Hmm.
should be ready to go. Hopefully, they
Ready
got
to
the play
go
calling
for sure.
situation. O line should be a little bit more healthier. Hopefully the defense work is doing a lot better, because if that run defense can't do nothing, then that Panthers offense going to be running all over them.
Dead
But I
Bro,
thirty-first,
think
I can't sleep the
31st in the
Panthers
league.
defense.
yeah,
I
I
can't.
think
Or
yeah,
their defense is
they're
bad.
horrible.
You
Yeah,
know,
their
Oh,
you
defense
know
is
what's weird?
horrible.
So they're
Defense is
first in
horrible.
rushing yards per game with 151.
Hmm.
They're 31st in yards running yards allowed per game at 156.3.
What are we talking about?
The Buffalo Bills,
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
it's pretty.
They're
is the
horrible against the
Panthers
run. They've
defense
been like,
horrible too?
no,
Huh?
not against the run. Not
Got
against
you.
the pass either. They're I think they're like middle of the pack. It should be like what,
Mhm.
top 15 defense in the league right now?
Carolina. Hold up,
Yeah,
I'm
or
pulling up the
somewhere.
stats
They
right now.
actually like seven.
Actually, they're
Yeah, they like
they're
seven
number
for now.
7. Yeah, they're
Okay,
top
got you.
10 in
Yeah,
every
I knew they
except
weren't bad. I knew they
scoring.
weren't
Oh,
Yeah,
bad.
all right. Well, yeah, that's even better then. Yeah. So that's what I'm
Their
saying.
management.
They
run
actually
defense
have a
really
better
good.
defense. They have a better defense compared to what what's the name has. But at
It's
the same time, you still got
and
Josh Allen. I'm not
The
gonna give
one
up
thing
on Josh
is,
Allen just
Bryce Young
because
no, and that's definitely the truth. What were you
Bryce Young
saying,
Josh
out
Kyle?
for
Allen
that
is
game.
still Josh Allen.
Hmm.
Bryce Young out for that game too.
Well,
So
Yeah,
He
he's
is
not
out.
even
He
playing.
is out.
He's actually aiming to play. He was ruled out on Tuesday on Monday morning. I find out he's inactive. Well,
Yeah, because of that ankle
he's
injury.
aiming
That high.
today. He said he's aiming to play, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Oh,
yeah,
he's got
Um,
that.
yeah,
what the
yeah. He said
hell?
he's aiming to play today. He
That's
said that
crazy.
today. I just seen that
Um,
headline like 30 minutes ago.
my
I
thing is
mean,
if
go ahead.
if Buffalo's receivers can get open, they might get them a game. If they can't, Carolina got this in the bag.
Hmm.
Yeah, no.
Because
The other thing
Buffalo's
is,
receivers have a hard time getting open.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I don't know if it's just me, but they have a hard time getting open.
yeah, no. The one thing is, Rico Dowdle's also third in rushing in the NFL right now,
Mm-hmm.
going up against the
Team like
31st
that,
rush defense, I should say. Going up against the 31st rush defense, that should say a lot about this matchup. But Buffalo's
Mm-hmm.
also first in running, and they cannot. No one's been able to really rush the ball against Carolina at all this year. Personally, I think Carolina walks away with a sneaky win because if Bryce Young isn't playing, Andy Dalton will get them this win. I 100% think that. But
Upset alert.
upset alert. No,
If
it's not
Andy
gonna. It's
Dalton
not.
starts, I think they'll just rely on the run game more.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
think they're gonna.
and then just target Tet 20 times.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I'm giving it a
So
buck.
this got the
XL, they
potential
have
for
him a little
being.
game other week. They have him a little game.
No game,
Yeah.
huh? Tet McMillan. No, because like we see with Joe Flacco and Jamar Chase. We see with actually anybody in Jamar Chase.
Yeah, thanks.
But if
And
Bryce
the
Young,
Bills don't got nobody that's stopping
Bills
that,
don't
man.
got anybody. And if Bryce Young can get like 80 yards a game, Imagine what Andy Dalton throwing him the ball 40 times does. Like, I just imagine
Hmm.
that one.
And then, like I said, Xavier Leggett just had 92 yards or 96 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah,
So
he
if
did.
he can
Yeah,
get both of them the
Yeah.
ball,
yeah, and not even that
Buffalo's going to be
50-50
in for a
guy. You
rude
just throw it
awakening.
up. You just throw it up. Actually,
Exactly.
actually, it's a more important question. Would you rather have Andy Dalton or Geno Smith at your quarterback? They
Geno
have to
Smith.
start 18 or
So
17
no,
games. All
and this is not
17
even
games have
trying
to
to
be
be
started.
disrespectful.
I
This is
All
mean,
not even trying
17
to be.
games.
All 17
Andy
games have to be
Dalton,
started.
Andy Dalton got the Bengals to a playoff game, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
4
So
in a row, actually.
he's not bad,
Are
and
we
he
talking about
has
right now or
AJ
overall?
Right now.
right
Geno
now,
Smith.
right now. Okay, right now, Gino, because you haven't seen really too much. You haven't
he
really
lead
seen
the
too
league
much
in
of Andy
interceptions,
Dalton.
right?
Yeah,
Nah,
you
because
haven't really seen too much.
Geno Smith, even though he's making a lot of dumbass mistakes, he's not just a problem. It's that O line, it's the play calling, it's a lot of things that play into why he's just playing as bad. Whereas though Andy Dalton, he's not even a starter,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
and there's
not.
clearly a
So
reason why he's not a starter. You can't, you're not, you. If you're good, then you won't be a starter. I mean, you're a starter, right?
That's
So if
fair.
you're not
But
good,
and
then
also,
why?
also they do got Bryce Young, so I think they're trying to give him more of a outlook than they are Andy Dalton because like they're probably leaning towards all right, but the younger dude, like with the younger dude, Sean. But I definitely do see what you're saying though.
I mean, they better
I
let
see
him
what you're
shine
coming
here
from.
first round pick. You're paying that man 45 million, 4 years.
Right,
That's
so yeah,
45.
that's what I'm saying. You don't want Andy Dalton to really be in the game if you got the young guy. But to be
Because then
honest,
if Andy Dalton plays worse, then what? We should have
yeah,
let him play, right? So it's
we
like
should have play. Yeah,
you might as well just go through the processes of the ups and downs throughout the season and just allow that man to, because the more he plays in the game, the more he'll understand, and the more
I
he
understand.
understands, the
Yep.
better it is for the. So he is out. He's only gonna get. He can't get no worse than what he played the first year he came into the league. In his first year, he wasn't like, I wouldn't necessarily say objectively worse, but that O line was getting him cooked. He couldn't get
So
nowhere with
cooked.
the ball, and then you not seeing over the line doesn't even help your situation. So it's you know.
So cooked. So cooked.
Mhm.
But,
But overall, I will take Andy Dalton. But right
uh-huh.
now, at this
Well,
moment,
I think I would take Geno
uh,
Smith. Bro.
You think you take Geno Smith? All right, Shador Sanders, Glazer.
That's crazy.
All right.
Yo, you must have seen the messages he put up on the in the group chat when he was talking about Shador Sanders.
Was
I
it?
told that man he was
I
tweaking.
don't think I had seen that. Was this like back against Carolina?
No, this
No,
was
we
just
were talking
recently
about
today.
Just recently,
we
I
talking
did
about
not see
Gabriel.
that today.
Shador.
I'd have
Yeah,
to
you gotta look
scroll
at
up.
that.
But speaking about Shador Sanders, his team takes on the New England
slated,
Patriots. The Shador
and it's
Sanders led
crazy.
Cleveland Browns take on the New England Patriots. But I want to talk about New England right now because they're 5-2, and
Hmm.
their next 5 games, they could easily win 4 of these 5. They got Cleveland, Atlanta, Tampa Bay, New York, and Cincinnati.
Tampa Bay and New York would probably be their hardest games,
Mm-hmm.
and the Browns might be a trap game if they don't play well, because the Browns defense is still a good ass
It's
defense,
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Defense,
So
and they
I
still
think
have
that
a
yeah
really
might be a
good
shot.
running game.
New England though is a top 10 defense as well.
Exactly. So it
Yeah.
might be one of those games where it just comes down to like the final moment in that
Like
situation, and
if
if you
Drake May
trust.
can get somebody the ball to the field goal line and get them the kicker on the field,
He's got
Because
Stephon Diggs.
or if
you're gonna have Ward sticking Stephon Diggs. You'd be damned if you don't, right? So and you can trust Ward to play his. If he
mhm.
can shut down Jamar Chase, then he can definitely shut down shut down
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs, of course.
The funny thing
So
with
now it's like
I would say the funniest thing with Stephon Diggs is he leads the team in receptions by 100 yards, and he missed week 1.
exactly.
So that's the
yeah.
funniest thing. He's washed too. He was washed. He was washed at one point. But then
The
after they take on Cincinnati, they got the Giants, the Bills, the Ravens, the Jets, and Miami again.
Miami obviously should be a easy game for them to win. Jets easy. Giants will probably be difficult, because now they have a quarterback that they can
That's the
use,
Ravens
and
winning
those
that.
they losing games just off of dumbass mistakes. It's not because I don't think they're a bad team. It's just a lot of dumbass mistakes that put them in dumbass situations,
Hmm.
like
Mhm.
allowing 33 points, allowing the team
In
to
the
score 33
fourth
points in one
quarter,
quarter. I would never let
that
that
is
go. I swear to God, I would never let that. That's crazy,
that
bro.
is
Seeing that was like
crazy.
seeing the Dolphins put up 70 points against the Broncos.
Yeah,
Like
that was
Yeah.
crazy. Right here.
that's what that was like. Like you allowed one team to put up 33 points in a quarter. That
And
is
did they
Madden
score out of that
like,
quarter too?
That
Did
was
the
so
Giants score out all the
depressing. That
seventh?
was
I
that
think I
was
said the
so
seventh quarter.
depressing.
In the fourth
and
quarter,
lost, huh?
the Giants score out all in the fourth quarter.
They scored no. I think
I
no,
mean,
they
So
he
they
put
did.
up
got shut
70
out. They
points.
got
They
shut
missed a
out
kick
in the
too. I think.
fourth
I think they
quarter.
missed a kick as
Yeah, they
well.
did. They missed the field goal in the fourth quarter,
Because
and
if I'm
I
not
think they
mistaken,
scored one touchdown.
didn't they? I think it just said something about them. Didn't they release their kicker because he
They
missed
did.
two
Jake
extra points?
McCarty. Yeah.
Yeah, he got cooked.
And then
They packed him up.
they had activated Harrison Mevis to their active roster, and Harrison Mevis, who if like people haven't followed the saga, he was the thicker kicker who was taken by the Panthers back last year, and then cut for Eddie Pinheiro, and
Mhm.
now he's kicking in New York. So
Hmm.
and he had a brief New York, brief stint.
And another thing about the Shador thing, if
Oh
people
my
have been paying
god.
attention to the news, is they said he's slated to start the final four games. I don't know if people have been paying attention to that, but
Slated to
Um.
start the final 4 games.
Yeah, it's a
yep,
possibility
Hey,
they,
how?
they allow him
Hey,
to start the final four, or he will start earlier than that, depending on how Dylan Gabriel
real
plays.
plays. Yes, yes,
So
So
yes.
If Dylan Gabriel plays
shit.
worse than what he's already playing, then Shador will start. If he plays better, then he'll start the final 4 games, and that would be their evaluations, and that'd be good.
Calvin, what's going on, dude? Let's come to. I can hear myself in your audio, bro. What's going on?
Wait, you said my audio is messed
Yeah,
up?
Yeah,
me
that's
too.
your
I can hear
audio.
myself, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
there we go. That's funny.
It's cool.
I was gonna say though. So last year we had a similar situation. The Patriots took on, or the Patriots had Joe Milton on their roster. Okay, Joe Milton, the seventh
Mhm.
round draft pick. Okay, he
Hmm.
started the final game, and that one game where he started against Buffalo was enough to get him traded somewhere else. Now, let's say this. Let's say like Dylan Gabriel actually just really sucks. Like he we got everything wrong. He really sucks. Shador Sanders comes in, plays lights out football, wins 3 of those 4, or 2 of those 4, or 1 of those 4 games. But that one game that he won was enough for Cleveland to be like, hey, look, we want you. Would you like move on? What's gonna be the analysis? What are we gonna say? Is it like they're gonna be a trade? Are they gonna go get a veteran? Are they gonna get Mac Jones? Are they gonna trade either one of them? Like what's the situation there?
My thing would be keep them both. Even though you have Deshaun Watson still on the roster, who or when to say does he come back?
Mm,
So I would just keep him for right now. Not unless you know Deshaun Watson is coming back 100% healthy. Okay, but if not, for right now, I would definitely keep them both. Because I mean, you just drafted him. You don't want to just give up on the kid early. You don't want to give up on him early.
listen,
He hasn't played bad, but he hasn't played good. I mean,
he hasn't even
what
played at
do
all
what do you expect from you talking about
Dylan
from
Gabriel.
Dylan? Yeah, for Dylan, yeah. So like, what do you kind of expect? Cleveland's offense is not built to his liking. I mean, he has to do what he has to deal with, but it's just like, what do you expect him to go out to really do with that offense? And it's
We were
just
just
keep it
talking
a
about
buck.
that earlier too.
Wasn't we
Just
was
talking
talking
about
about
that.
that
We
too? And we
was,
were
yeah.
talking
Yeah,
about
just
Joe
talking about that.
Milton. We were
We
talking
was.
about Joe Milton too.
All right,
Yeah.
Shador Sanders' biggest glazer. What do you gotta say?
That's crazy. Crazy for you to say.
But what do you like? What you got to say about it though? What you like? What you think?
About the whole situation.
Yeah.
I mean, nah, next question, bro. Next question.
All right, I'll give my analysis on it.
Oh man,
I'll give my analysis.
that is going
I
on, bro.
feel it,
It's
bro.
too
I
hot
pushing
to
that.
feel
for
it. I
YouTube.
feel
Just
I'm
it.
pushing
X,
that.
whatever. We're gonna
Yeah.
close.
That's
No,
gonna be a short podcast. It's gonna be like at least 20 minutes. That's
no,
gonna be
no,
the
no,
shortest
no.
podcast we.
No, we got so many talking points on this. So many talking points. It's
Um, the Browns, the Browns, the Browns, the Browns, the Browns,
yeah.
the Browns.
There's no chance they have to win at anything in this season at all.
Uh, I think if Shador does have like one of those 3 games out of that four, then that proves that you have your guy.
Yeah.
You have your guy. Now the only issue would be is what are you going to do with Deshaun Watson? Because you're going to
That's
keep Dylan Gabriel as a rookie. I mean, you're going to keep Dylan. You're going to keep Dylan as your
Backup.
as your backup. You're going to keep him as your backup because he's not like the worst quarterback. You know what I'm saying? As he's obviously proved in these last 3 games, he can play the quarterback position. He can play competent enough to not lose a game, at least. Right. So, and
Facts.
that's what you usually want in a typical backup is to be able to keep him as, you know. Now, if you can get trade value for him, then yes, do that. But why would you do that? Because now you have to go out and look for another backup QB and spend money that you don't need to spend when you already have somebody on said rookie contract that you could just resign to 1 year deal, 1 year deal. You know, but at the same time, it's hard to evaluate that because even if Dylan Gabriel, let's just say Dylan Gabriel does win these next 2, 3 games, then you start Shador and then he wins those next 2, 3 games. Now you're even in a bigger spot because you see you see Dylan Gabriel getting better, but you also see Shador getting
Shador
better.
kind of
So
you see
now you got
Shador
to
coming
make
out
a
the
hard
door.
decision on who we're gonna have as the full time starter, and they're both on full time contracts. They're both signed
Mm-hmm.
for 4 years on
4 years.
that contract.
You got
So you
4 years
have
to
to
see what.
you
Yeah.
yeah, you have to do something with somebody. And because of said contract, they can't ask for trades. They gotta wait to at least their 3rd year in the league to be able to ask for that type of trade. Unless they ask to be released.
Mm-hmm.
And that's if the Browns release them. But the problem is, why aren't the Browns releasing them? You have them for a reason. So a lot of people are like saying, "Oh, well, they have him in a bad situation, this, that, and the third," but you're not releasing him. You're not going to take a big cap hit releasing him. He's making like what, 5 a year, if that. And the man is already worth as much money as he's worth outside of football. So it's not really going to kill him. And it gives him an option to go to a team on his own and actually really learn, like the Raiders or the Saints. And I doubt the Saints will take him because, well, the Saints are too locked in on Spencer Rattler at this point
Mm-hmm.
because of how good he's actually playing.
He's not playing. He's not playing bad.
He's not playing bad. They just can't clutch games, and they defense is killing them and stuff like that. And the
Yeah.
O line ain't making it no better.
Now, here's a more interesting situation, like, because you brought up the Saints and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say they do the same thing with Tyler Shaw. Where does Spencer Rattler and Shaw remain?
Shaw will be main backup, and Spencer's going to stay as starter.
Stay as starter.
That's clear cut.
That's clear.
That's clear
Yeah,
cut.
'cause that's what they probably seen in the
Because
in the
Spencer Rattler
offseason.
wasn't a starter. Spencer Rattler was in the same situation as he was in the same situation last year with Shaw. He played horrible. He lost his position, and then he had another chance to do the same thing this year. And then they both played preseason. They both did. They both played mini camp. They both played during the offseason camp, and they both had an equal opportunity to prove that they were the starting quarterback. And he literally outplayed him. Literally, even in preseason, he looked way better. And granted, yeah, Shaw's a rookie, but at the same time, he's getting the same treatment as Rattler. So they're getting the exact same coaching, exact same treatment, exact same, criticism and all about who that one-time starter is. And Stroud was actually starting to beat him out during the offseason. So once the preseason came, that's when it was like, all right, we're really going to be able to evaluate. And for some odd reason, Spencer Rattler was actually good in college, though. He just got a lot of, like, if you actually follow his career, he got a lot of hate in college. Like,
Bro, he was
they was hating that man.
Yeah, once he left.
He got benched for Caleb Williams.
Yeah, because he was playing horrible.
He wasn't that good, bro.
He wasn't.
But now that he in the NFL, he's kind of good.
The biggest thing
Yeah.
that Spencer Rattler had done that really like pissed people off was the way he played against top 25 teams. Like literally just like Arch Manning. He was literally just like Arch
For
Manning.
sure.
Now Arch Manning will be a debate once he declares for the draft, either this year or next year, which I assume will be next year.
Mhm.
Probably.
He has a very similar history, very similar the way their careers are aligning in college will be very, very similar. Once he transferred to South Carolina, he wasn't awful. He lost winning games, but he wasn't really that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that'll wrap it up for this episode. We won't have a Friday one because there's a lot going on. But Raphael signing off, Keyshawn, Quill, Calvin Odom, the one and only, showing his face. I like that. But yeah, no, we'll wrap it up and everybody take